So I recently saw that the StellaPro Reflex S had an update, and I really wanted to love this light when it first came out, and it was excellent. It was just a great light, but I had a few issues with it. From top to bottom, like I needed an Allen wrench to change the battery with the way they had the mount set up, and now you don't, which is brilliant. They had their own proprietary screw mount, which was 1/4 inch 20, and now they put the 1/4 inch 20 on both. Brilliant. And I had to plug it in if I wanted to get the full 9,000 lumens versus using the battery, which gave me 6,000 lumens, which was just okay. Now, still a fantastic light. The battery is a lot bigger now. It's a chunky thing, but it's still a decent weight and a decent size. And, you know, they changed the mounting, you know, so you can just hang this on a stand, which I love. And I haven't tried this yet, but I have to try this on a stand to see if it's going to hold. You know, you just slip it on and pull, and it'll tighten up, and it's a great idea. But my biggest issue was, and it wasn't with all of them because I couldn't test all of them, obviously, because I only used one kind, but I couldn't make it flash on a regular basis with the Pro Photo. It just wouldn't work. You know, every once in a while it would work, but very rarely would it work. So my first time trying this now is I'm going to see if this thing works out of the box. I charged this last night, you know, because they said it requires a 6-hour charge before you use it for the first time. And I have a full charge on it, and I can switch it over to P, which is Pro Photo, and switch it over to burst mode, which I hope it's on, and turn the power all the way up. Now, the moment of truth, I'm just hoping it just works out of box. I just want to make sure I'm on the right channels and everything. Okay, so I got a Bluetooth connected success, so I'm wondering if this is okay. Wow, right out of the box it works, which I'm really impressed with. Now I just want to see, you know, what the power is. So we're going to check the power right now, because I'm dying to see, you know, this is supposed to be 18,000 lumens popping out of here. And I don't know if I have this set up right, honestly, because I last time I used these, you know, it just didn't seem like I got a boost in power with the flash versus the, you know, light on constant. And with 9,000 lumens, this is a pretty bright light. And I'm hoping I can just use it in an umbrella and it'll work the way I want it to. Now, I'm just throwing a bracket on here really quick because I just want to test it. For me, I'm going to use the head with the battery connected to the stand in most situations. But like I said, I just want to try this really quick to see what the power is and if there is a power boost. And I just grabbed any bracket here, so bear with me. Would have been easier just to put it on the stand. Okay, so let me get my light meter. I gotta make sure I'm on flash here. Okay. I'm on flash. I'm going to stand back a little bit. Okay, 2/50th. of a second, f1.4. And this is with the dome on. So, I'm not like looking for major differences. I'm just looking for what the power output is versus the constant light to make sure I did this right. Okay. Now I'm going to turn it up to 9,000 lumens. So on constant, I'm at 250 the second, and I'm getting a f1.0. So I am getting one stop of extra light with the flash, which is fantastic. Now, let's try the Fresnel, which is where you get your power from. I like that it's 1.4 with the dome, the diffuser dome, because it's, it makes it a legit light at this point. Okay. Okay, 250 the second at f4. That's impressive. So this being 18,000 lumen output with a battery pack versus having to plug it in, because on the old one, or the less updated one, it was 6,000 and 12,000. And that 18,000 lumen really makes a difference. Because I'm at ISO 100, 250th of a second, and I'm getting an F4. Now, the other thing I wanted to check, now I tried the little Connect with the old one, and you couldn't do much with it. But with this one, I want to see if I can do high-speed sync, because they added high-speed sync, and I'm not sure if it's going to work. So I figured I'd try this and see if it's going to work. So that's at 1/200. So let me actually just dump in 4,000. I mean, yeah, it actually works. I'm just a little impressed right now, I gotta say. Okay, I'm shooting at 1/3000th of a second, and the flash is working. I'm kind of happy with this, I gotta say. Let me just shut this off to see what it looks like without the flash. Wow. Okay. Hats off to Stella. I honestly, like, when I first took this out of the box and held it, I was a little worried that this larger battery would be a pain in the ass. But I'm using the small stand, and it has no problem holding this. I want to actually, hang it on the stand to see that. Wow. Having this type of head, wow. Okay, so this one is back to their proprietary. But the good news is the top one here is a 1/4 inch 20. So you can still mount this on the stand using a 1/4 inch 20 and not having a proprietary. I wish they did this one as well. It just drives me crazy that they do this stuff. But at least we have an option with the top one. And I just want to see how this hangs. Let me put the battery on first. I hope you guys can see this. I'm going to put it up a little higher. I'm just going to hang it. Now, this doesn't have... Yeah, it just works. As you can tell, I'm a little happy about this. Number one, that the power is there with a battery. I believe they said 40 minutes on full, which is 40 minutes on 9,000 is absolutely incredible. But 15,000 flashes. And the difference with this one is the flash actually works. You know, I've tried the roto lights and hated the flash part of it because they just didn't work for me. But I really want to put this in an umbrella and see if there's a legitimate use case for using this with a diffuser like that. Out of a softbox, I don't think even 18,000 lumens is going to do much, but I could be wrong. I'm thinking with a small umbrella, this actually may work really well. Obviously, with the Fresnel, it works fantastic. It's incredible light. But this is how I would set it up, honestly. And whether I'm using constant light or the strobe, this is nice. I really want to try this one with the umbrella and see how it looks. So I'm going to see if I can grab somebody and try this because this is pretty impressive. Okay, so I set it up with a small, deep umbrella, and with the Fresnel. I really want to see the coverage, but I wanted to try this first so you can see it at a 3-foot distance and see what we get power-wise. So I'm at ISO 100, 2/50th of a second, and I'm getting f2. So, no, not great, but still absolutely, I'm digging this. So, 15,000 flashes out of this with the Fresnel into an umbrella at f2. I'm okay with this so far. So I really want to get somebody in here and try it and see where I'm at, because this, I'm happy with this so far. Anyway, so let me see if I can grab somebody really quick and we'll take a shoot and see what it looks like. There's some key points I really want to go over. Number one is it doesn't take 6 hours to charge every time. It takes an hour and a half, 40 minutes. They just recommend charging the battery for 6 hours the very first time you use it, before you use it. The other thing is they dropped the price on this. I remember the original Reflex S was over $1,000. This is well under $1,000 now. And again, I'm going to leave a link so you get another 20% off that. This is a bargain at 20% off that because it does actually work now. So key feature number one is that enlarged battery. Yes, it's bigger, it's heavier, but I'm getting 9,000 lumens and 18,000 lumens with strobe with the battery. I don't have to plug it into a wall. That is impressive as hell to me. Now, even if you did plug it into a wall, you're still getting the same output. But having the battery be able to, deliver that kind of output. Now, remember the 9,000 lumens at, full power of this light on is a 40-minute runtime, which is a lot of time. And I believe they said it's like 15,000 flashes, which, it's kind of ridiculous because who's going to ever outdo this battery with strobe? I know some of the photographers out there that just spray and pray may actually use the 15,000 on one shoot. Anyway, the mounting 1/4 inch at the bottom of the battery, major kudos to StellaPro for doing that. It makes it a lot easier. Underneath the battery bracket on the light head itself is not a 1/4 inch 20, which I'm disappointed in, but they do have a 1/4 inch 20 at the top of the light. So that's fine. It works. You know, there's no really real workaround. It's just two different threads, one at the top, one at the bottom. So I'm okay with that. My big thing was that battery. If I wanted to use that battery on top of the strobe or on top of the stand, I couldn't do it because it wasn't a 1/4 inch 20, unless I got their proprietary stand, which was kind of terrible, honestly, because I actually needed an Allen wrench to change batteries if I needed to change batteries in the middle of a shoot. Stupid to me. Anyway, so they're the things that I really wanted to get out of the way. The power of this with the Fresnel, this is the medium Fresnel, is fantastic. It works. And being able to turn this on and get 9,000 lumens in an umbrella and actually have a usable light, again, is fantastic. I don't care that it doesn't have bicolor. You know, they have lenses that you can put over this to make it bicolor if you need it. I don't care. I don't need it. I'm happy with this the way it is. Would I recommend this light now? 100%. You know, the first one I said, you know, if you're talented with LEDs and you know what you're doing with lighting, it's a great light. This one, straight out, I can recommend it. It's a great, great light. I'm going to use it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts because it works now. It does the job that I want it to do. Of course, I'm not going to do, you know, major commercial headshots with this because I'll always use strobe for that. But there are so many other things where, you know, this hybrid is going to work for me.
I kind of said, okay, so I'm at ISO 200. I set the camera to 250th, and I'm at f2. And these are the images, which I'll pull up now, but I'm okay with this now. So StellaPro, thank you. I will actually use this on jobs now. The fact that I can just do this, but also have the ability just to turn this light on. And you know, the sad part is, you know, I noticed because I'm using the Fresnel and the umbrella, you know, I know the light's going to be in one spot versus the whole thing. But I wanted the extra power. But I can adjust this by just moving this back and forth. But I forgot to turn on the light to, you know, aim it. I was just moving it up and down to get the best light, which you'll see. This is impressive. I mean, like right now, I'm thrilled with this light, and it's the 9,000 lumens in an umbrella. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. I'm going to leave a link down below for these. I think it's a 20% off if you use the link. You know, before I was just like, hey, if you were very good with light and you knew what you were doing, this is a great light. Now I'm saying this is a great goddamn light because I'm really impressed with it. You know, 40 minutes, 15,000 shots, and you know, again, the battery's pretty big, but being able to hang it off like this, I don't know if I could hold it and do an event like this. If I had an assistant, I would definitely have them hold it because, you know, let them deal with the pain. But it's not that heavy. You know, like if I have my Photo A10 with a grip on it, like I use those. This, it's probably close to the same weight, but not exact. But this, you know, I'm happy with this. And using the dome, I think would be kind of cool. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll leave the link below. I'm going to do a full shoot with these again. But at this point, I'm really thrilled with the way they did this and the upgrade. The little upgrades, they work. I can't say anything more about it. It just works, and I have the power now that I need, which I didn't before. But here are some of the photos so you can take a look and see what they look like. Thanks for watching as always.